All right, you guys, what's up? Hey, it is July 9th already. I can't believe that it is July 9th. We wanted to talk to you guys today and actually over the course of the next few weeks, like over the next couple of team calls, we wanted to kind of bring to you a little bit of a social media training for you. Basically, we're trying to keep it as simple as possible and walk you guys through this from like the simplest of terms. So, we're starting out by talking to you guys about how social media is evolving. Okay. So, essentially, what was acceptable 4 years ago when I first started in Beachbody world is not really acceptable anymore. People kind of look at those posts that we used to have, that we used to put up, and now they're considered spammy, right? They're kind of like icky-ish. And so we want to talk to you guys about what is a good post and what's not a good post. And so with that being said, you hear us talk all the time about valuable content, right? We're always like, post value on your page, post value. Well, okay, I'm here to tell you guys exactly what valuable content actually is for the first time. If you guys are hopping on, if you guys could make sure you guys are muted. I totally don't have the same controls today. I'm on the iPad today. My computer is in the shop. So I appreciate everybody doing that. So valuable content, you guys, is basically any piece of content that's going to address your audience, their challenges, their problems, their pains, and then you're going to provide content solutions and answers to your audience that they would see value in it. Okay. So that's literally anything that educates and entertains your audience simultaneously. Obviously, the more posts we can get up that both educate and entertain your audience, the better. But let's be honest, you're going to have a few posts up there are going to be a little bit more educational and some are going to be a little bit more entertaining, right? And that's okay. But at the end of the day, as you're creating content and you're thinking about posts, I want you guys to keep it super, super simple and realize that, sorry guys, if you guys are hopping on, if you can make sure you're muted. I don't have the ability to mute today, so that would be huge if you could make sure you're muted. And if you called in, I don't know why I can't mute people on the iPad. That's super weird. So anything that educates and entertains your audience simultaneously, guys, or provides a solution to the problems that they have, right? It's basically going to identify an itch that your audience has, and then you're going to kind of scratch that itch. So again, it's not going to be every single post, but as you're creating content and you're thinking of posts, think about what's going on in your life that you can then somehow create content around that. Because if it's happening in your life, you're most likely going to somehow talk to your specific audience, your target audience, by doing that. Okay. So here's basically the main chunk that we've got for you guys here. Okay. This is our infamous slide here, and these are the biggest tips we have that you're going to see quite often for posting. Okay, so the first thing is no words over pictures. Okay, this is one of those things that used to be super acceptable in social media world, especially in the Beachbody days, my good old Beachbody days. You'll see in just a second. We've got some examples for you guys to show, but the words on pictures, for people looking at words on pictures when you're scrolling through your Facebook, think about what you do right now. You probably just scroll right past them. It's not what you consider a scroll stopper. You want to be a scroll stopper. Yes, Megan, you get to see my bad Beachbody posts too, you guys. Yes, we got some good ones coming for you guys. The second thing is no stock photos. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave you guys with a call to action today in regards to stock photos, because it's super easy to do, but so many of us do this. Stop posting stock photos. So if you head to Pinterest and you see, a quote there that you like, don't just save that picture and post it. Maybe even go recreate, if it's a quote that you really like, recreate the quote in an app, in Canva, PicMonkey, WordSwag. There's so many apps out there that you could at least make it your own. But I'm literally going to challenge you guys today for the next 30 days to not post anything but your own photos. Okay. Yeah. Megan said, use the Facebook colored backgrounds. Like, so when you go to create, like if you find a quote, just literally type the quote in the Facebook little section where you can type in your status and use those little colored backgrounds that they have available. Those are going to be way more eye-catching than if you were to just go ahead and, save the photo from your Pinterest. Okay. So the third thing is to take concepts and not words. Okay. I cannot stress this enough, you guys. We've mentioned it a few times, but just stop copying, pasting. Just be done with it. Be done with it forever. If you see a post from your leader or somebody in the industry or somebody here in, our company, and you like what that post says, do not copy paste. Don't do it. Don't even tempt yourself to do it. If you like the idea, take what the message is. What's their message? What are they trying to get across? And then just recreate it in your own words. How would you say what that message is, right? Like, how would you word it? Because I hate to say it, at the end of the day, your audience knows if you copy and paste. They just do. They know. You can tell. I can tell. And if I can tell that you're copying and pasting, then most likely your audience also can tell. Okay. So the fourth thing is facts tell, stories sell. We've talked about this a lot. We've mentioned it before, but I'm going to mention it again because it's super easy to tell facts, to talk about what, this is all the things you get. This is all the amazing benefits of the coffee. And while those things are important for your audience to know, your audience mainly wants to know why you're using the coffee. Why are you in this business? They get it. They're going to understand that this coffee has some type of benefit to it if you're telling your side of the story to it, right? Why are you using the coffee? Because if you're using the coffee, you're most likely using it for its benefits. And so if you tell your story rather than just what the coffee is, I'm obviously using this just as an example, you guys. This goes for also business side of things. Your story is going to be way more impactful to your audience than if you were just to kind of, put up some facts. Okay. Also, stop call to actions. I believe, Megan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that I heard that call to actions now do not do well with Facebook algorithms.
No,
right?
Facebook hates it. Facebook will literally not show your post if you do call to actions. So if you do comment below, they don't like that. If you
Drop the emoji, those types of things.
You can get creative, because I know that I see some people still doing call to actions that get good engagement and some people that are doing it kind of in a right way, but few and far between you want to have a call and action, very barely at all. And when you do, you'd have to know how to do it. So we'll just say don't do it, but I have seen people get creative with how they do it. Yeah.
I think you need to have a little bit of trust from your audience in order to get them to be super successful. And that just comes with time, you guys. So for right now, if you want to do some type of call to action, do it in your stories, honestly, because stories is going to give you way better reaction with a call to action. You guys can put up the polls, you can put up the little question thing in there where you can kind of get other people's opinions and stuff from that. So that would be my suggestion. If you're really wanting to get some call to actions, that's totally fine in your stories, but in a post, not so much. Okay. So the next thing is to also create curiosity continuously. I think a lot of us think that we launch our business, and because we did those like 4 curiosity posts, that we should just be done creating curiosity, when that is not the case at all. We should be kind of like continuously growing our network and connecting with new people. So guess what? New people are going to be seeing your posts, and they're not going to really know what you're talking about. So it's good to create curiosity continuously, because that's just going to keep more and more people in your inbox asking and wanting to know. So don't just assume that because you did a couple of curiosity posts out there, that you don't need to do any more. Like, definitely drop a couple, every now and then. And then I wrote down less is more sometimes. And I think that, this again kind of goes back to what we were talking about beforehand, where, hey guys, if you're hopping on, can you mute yourself? Thank you, everybody. I'm on the iPad, so I can't automatically mute everyone. So less is more sometimes just basically means that you don't always have to have a super long, intense post, right? Like, you guys, I know, have seen some really humorous, awesome posts that get a lot of interaction from all of us. And, I know Jermaine and Megan have some amazing ones that are either hilarious, or they're just like thought-provoking, where people are commenting and things like that. So sometimes it doesn't always have to be this like really thought out long post, but stuff that is going to entertain or educate your audience, right? So okay, that is what I have for that. Okay, so here you guys, here you go. Here are some bad post examples. Do we know that beautiful lady on the right-hand side? Shaun T is her man. Oh man. Oh, it's not funny. But basically, you guys can see what I mean about the words on the photo. I'm trying not to laugh. Oh my God. Yeah. So Megan just said absolutely no value in this post. Okay. And so the post there's 2 photos. Obviously there's a photo in the middle that literally has your spot is waiting circled around their feet. But the caption to that is over to the left-hand side. I probably should have done that backwards, but YOLO. And so you guys again can see how, dude, nothing, the 2 comments that are on her post right there are actually from her, I'm fairly certain. There's no value in it. It just screams spam, right? Like, just honestly screams spam. So these captions, these little writings on the photo do nothing but make us just want to kind of scroll right past them. So, okay, so here are some more examples of ineffective captions, good use of stock photos, and again, words over pictures. I hope you guys are loving these right now. So, obviously, there's myself and Jermaine here. Same thing. Are we really bringing any value? People, we've said it before, and I'm just going to keep saying it over and over. Stop. We definitely did this, you guys. So we want to teach you to do better. I love that Megan just said that. But these captions, these posts literally do nothing besides like, yo, buy my Shakeology from me, essentially. And I mean, Jermaine's you might get you kind of get maybe a little bit more from her, see her personality a little bit more in these. But again, yes, words on photos and stories is okay, Michelle. I definitely just saw that pop up. I'm trying to, I think you guys can see the chat if I click it. So I'll click that at the end. But again, there's no value here. People are going to scroll right past this stuff, you guys, because it's not giving them anything. My post, from the Shakeology essentially is just like, yo, you want to buy my stuff? Again, people don't go on Facebook and want to just, buy for the day. I don't wake up and I'm like, oh, let me go on Facebook and see what network marketer I could buy some stuff from today. You don't do that. Yeah. And definitely think words on stories is huge, but words on posts are not. Okay. So here's some good post examples. So shout out to Danielle, Ashley, and Jana. We love these posts. And this is kind of what we were talking about when I said it doesn't have to be long, right? But you are going to be bringing your audience a little bit of entertainment or value. Jana's is a little bit almost like a business curiosity post because she joined the business, this coffee business last July. But they're just aesthetically appealing. And even though Danielle might fight me on that, it is still hilarious. And we're kind of getting to know them as people a little bit better. And their photos are clear and they've got great filters. You can see their faces. And again, no words over it. So here's some more examples of good posts as well to you guys. I know we probably all just saw Megan's. This was from just a few days ago or like last week that she had posted about being able to speak on stage. But again, do you see the lighting in her photo, right? Like you can see her face, the angles, consider angles. Like you want to look at where the lighting is and what the angle is like. And she's smiling. You can clearly see her and she's telling her story. And same with Taylor, right? Like her before and after photos are in black and white so that you can see them clearer. She's telling her story on how the coffee seems to work for her, rather than just what you just saw. This. Okay. Like, do you see how much more effective these posts? These are going to get you to stop scrolling. The other ones are going to get you to basically just keep scrolling. Okay. So yeah, just some reminders when you are posting. Remember that you are the brand. I feel like I'm just going to pound this into everybody's head because I think a lot of people think, oh, I joined a network marketing company, so coffee is my brand, right? Well, no, that's not true at all. And she, I'm not saying that you're not going to have coffee be a part of your plan or of your brand, because it is going to be a part of your brand. But you are not coffee, right? Like you are not just coffee. Coffee is just part of your life, and you've got lots of other parts of your life that you need to share too. And I think for me, one of the biggest things in order for me to kind of narrow down what my brand was and who I wanted to, be portrayed as kind of a thing was realizing that I am a leader and that I need to step that up kind of a thing, right? Because people join people, not companies. Branding the company is going to lose you customers. If you are just plastering Ellapreneurs all over your, if you were going to plaster Ellapreneurs all over your Facebook, guess what people are going to do? They're going to go to Google and they're not going to talk to you. Do you see what I'm saying? They're not going to have that curiosity where they say, okay, tell me what you're doing, kind of a thing. And at the end of the day, you are stability. If you're branding yourself, like take me, for example, you guys, this is my 6th network marketing company. If I were to brand myself according to my network marketing company, guys, I would be like totally screwed because I am all over the place. I was with Beachbody, then I did wine, then I did, makeup, then I did activewear, then I did, I was all over the place. But if you are who they are interested in, what are the things that you like, right? So Again, here is my end of the month call to action. No posting stock photos for a month. And I think there was some questions too. So this is the end of this. Let me stop share here. And let me see what's happening. So yes, Taylor's did, and I actually did want to mention on Taylor's, her post did have a call to action. And again, she doesn't do it on every post. And I actually did post that one for you guys so you could see how a call to action like that would work. But it's definitely not something that you should be posting on like every single post. And it's not like, yo, drop an emoji. Really, the drop the emoji one I know is one that gets flagged by Facebook really fast too. And I have said, I personally have said we should chat, or if you want to be a part, one of the ones I use is like, if you want to be a part of something big, we should chat, stuff like that. So there's, like Megan was saying, there's definitely ways to go about call to actions, but unless you, I just don't think you should be doing them that often. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you could probably get away with something like that maybe once in a while, but definitely not all the time. So, Megan, Jermaine, did I miss anything on those PowerPoints that you guys wanted to cover? I know Jermaine's super good at all of these posting things too. So, Meg, did I miss something? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is just obviously, you guys, like the very, very beginning of what to post and how to post. And we really want to take some time to go over how to learn the whole like system of attraction marketing in a way, because it can be kind of overwhelming, especially if you're new. So we're trying to break that down for you guys so you can see all of the do's and don'ts. We've been there, clearly. We've made the mistakes, and we don't want you to be doing the same mistakes too. So hang out with us over the next couple of weeks. We've got some super exciting stuff kind of coming to you guys. We're going to talk more about content. I'm going to go over a little bit about like photography and lighting, and how to take good photos is going to be a portion of it as well that I get asked quite a bit about. So it's going to be a little bit of like a social media boot camp almost in a way. So it's going to be fun. This is just the start of it. Does anybody else have any questions that we missed? We are, obviously you guys saw, I do know I wanted to mention that I did create all of those units in the Dynasty. And that is going to be kind of where you guys are going to want to start putting your new reps towards into there. We've got a quick start guide, and we've got a detailed guide. So if it's overwhelming for people to do the detailed, they've got a quick start guide, and they've got a lot of information kind of all in one space. So make sure you check out the units if you haven't yet. We're still adding to them, and just kind of like getting all of the things to add to it. So hang tight with us there. I will say, so Megan and Jermaine are going to Tony Robbins this weekend, which is super, super exciting. They're going to Unleash the Power Within, right? That's this one. So they're going to Dallas this weekend, and we're excited I'm definitely excited to hear all about it. But next week, we are going to be doing kind of like a mini, I don't know what to call this. I don't know if I should call it an event or I don't know. But essentially, we're basically going to be bringing on some new leaders to be sharing in the sneak peek group that we talked about after Megan and Jermaine get back from Tony Robbins next week. So on Wednesday, we'll start it. Next Wednesday, I believe, is the 17th. 18th and 19th is when we will do it. So if you guys want to start inviting your prospects to get into that group, or do some follow-ups to let them know that we're going to be doing a little bit of an event. We're basically not deleting any of the old information, but we're just going to be adding new stuff to it. Does that make sense, you guys? So the sneak peek is happening in Happiness Behind the Scenes. that is where we've got that. And then we've got the Dynasty's Happiness Project, but the Happiness Project is definitely more of like a customer community type feel to it. But happiness behind the scenes is definitely where you're going to want to be plugging in people for the sneak peek. Next Wednesday is when we will start it. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up about that. And I think that is all I have for you guys tonight. So if anybody did we answer everybody's questions? I'm going to I cannot wait to get my computer back. This was not easy on this. Oh yes, we're going to do giveaway prizes. Thanks, Megan. Totally forgot about that. We are going to do giveaway prizes for this little sneak peek event type thing. Like I said, I don't know what to call it because it's kind of like an extension to what we already have there, but giveaway prizes. So definitely use this as a great way to follow up and to invite some new people, and hang tight with us for the next couple of weeks because we're going to get you some pretty awesome social media stuff to you. So, all right, guys, thanks for hopping on with us. Hope you all have an awesome rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you all next week. Bye, friends.